This is Gerardo Del Real with Resource Stock Digest. Joining me today is the president and CEO of Alianza Minerals, Mr. Jason Weber. Jason, how are you?
I'm doing well, Gerardo. Thanks very much. And you?
I am well. Thank you for asking. I'm excited for two reasons. The first is we finally have a market that is rewarding exploration success. The second is you are finally in position as a company, Alianza, to start exploring in a very meaningful way. You had some news earlier today. Can you provide some color and details, please?
Yeah, so we announced this morning that we've got crews on the ground readying our project, our horse thief project in southeast Nevada for a drill program to start later here in May. So that was pretty exciting to get that started, considering with all the uncertainty around the health crisis that the world's experiencing right now. Just getting crews on site and active was a bit of a challenge. So we're just really happy to be going.
Excellent. Now, I understand that the drill rig should arrive on or about May 25th, according to the release. Is that correct?
Yeah, so the crews are on the ground now, flagging in the drill pads. We've got 10 drill pads permitted. We're looking at about 2,600 to 3,000 meters of drilling, so it's going to be somewhere around 10 drill holes if we can get all that in. And so the guys are out there right now, sort of flagging those in. We'll have the pad builders, the earthworks company, come in and make the pads for the drill rig, and then the drill rig will come onto site and get going.
For those that aren't familiar with the horse thief property, can we talk about how favorable that stratigraphy is, why you're excited about it, and the types of targets and mineralization that you're targeting?
Yeah, we're really excited about it. 2019 was a bit of a breakthrough year for us in that we had targeted sediment-hosted gold mineralization, which is sort of the standard or the Carlin style gold systems that Nevada has become known for. And in most recently, or a somewhat recent discovery was Long Canyon, which was discovered back in sort of the last up cycle in this market, and that now is in a mine in operation by Barrick Newmont JV, and that's somewhere in excess of a 2 million, probably close to a 3 million ounce deposit. And in our work last year, we were able to identify the stratigraphy, the age of the rocks that we're dealing with at Horse Thief, and pin the same time frame to those rocks as Long Canyon. So that was really important because there was a major drop in sea level at that time that allowed the creation of the fluid pathways that the gold system ends up exploiting when the gold's deposited. So to see that same scenario at Horse Thief as you see at Long Canyon was very encouraging. And of course, that doesn't automatically mean there's an economic gold deposit here at Horse Thief, but the fact that we see above that really prospective horizon, we see lots of smoke, lower grade gold mineralization in the right types of rocks, right types of alteration. That's really encouraging. So the next obvious step is to go test that horizon with drill holes. So fortunately, our partner Hochschild is as keen as we are on it, and is funding the project for the season.
And you mentioned Long Canyon. For people that aren't familiar, that was an asset that was monetized for over $1 billion with a B.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's talk about the targets a bit more. I looked at the map of the proposed drill hole locations, and the one thing that struck me is that this is actually true exploration. You're not drilling holes 25 meters apart just to say that you're drilling and exploring in a market that has 1750 gold and silver that's surging here lately. It looks like a real exploration program.
Yeah, absolutely. And the objective really here is to I mean, obviously we'd love to hit a high grade gold intersection, but what we need to see in the drilling is some indications of there being a significant gold system here that's going to deliver gold over some widths. So if we get a few grams over a bunch of meters, that's going to be a real shot in the arm for us and give us that impetus to move forward. So we want to test as many areas of the property as we can, and there's some nuances in the target type, so we want to test all of those as well. So really the way it's laid out is we access the project from the north, so the early holes will be in the northern part of the property, and we'll just move the rig to the south and then to the east as we move along the existing access roads. There was some drilling done in the 80s, so a lot of that infrastructure is still left, but that drilling was quite shallow. It didn't get down to that target horizon that we want to test, so we're exploiting a lot of those that old access.
And you're testing, is it 4 targets in all?
Probably 5 if we can. 5. Yeah, there's one target just up to that we call Thoroughbred, which is just to the really just south and east of the Horsedeep North target. That they almost blend together. Thoroughbred sometimes gets lost in the mix, but that's a really interesting target too. So I'd like to keep that one on the slate.
Who are you using for assays? Have you been in touch with the labs? Are they ready? Are they functioning?
Yeah, no, the labs have been pretty responsive. Like I know here in British Columbia, the labs were deemed an essential service, so they were functioning. We'll be using a lab in Reno. It's up and running, no problems there. So what's interesting though is with the market and things starting to open up, there is a bit of a surge of exploration. So we'll see how busy the labs get and whether they have to add shifts and that sort of thing to keep up with the sample analytical demand. Which is another reason I really wanted to get us going as early as we could. You know, basically as soon as things start to open up, maybe we can beat some of that rush.
Excellent. Jason, again, I mentioned off top, the market is absolutely starving for discoveries, and companies that are making them have been rewarded handsomely here recently. I'm excited for the drill program. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
No, just we'll hopefully have a good flow of news from the project from here till into July. I guess we'll expect probably our first round of results sometime early July is my best guess. So drilling through the end of May into June, and then starting results in July.
Fantastic. Jason, thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.